Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Far Sector, issue number 2. This was a wicked book coming out of Young Animal, and we're going to get to all that good stuff in a hot minute. First, let's talk about who made this book. So we've got N.K. Jemisin doing the story, and Daron Bennett doing the letters. All the art, colors, inks, cover, whatever, done by Jamal Campbell. That's kind of wicked. Anyway, let's get talking about this book now. We start off with Sojourner walking in and sitting down on this old chair. It's green, but it might as well be red, like, and ripped. This looks like it's not Neo, Morpheus in the Matrix, right in that settlement program before you actually go into the Matrix, like to prepare for the Matrix itself. Yeah, this is what it looks like. And the way she's talking, her hand positions, the clothing she's wearing, everything. It's kind of cool. So this is basically and I hope that we see this more often, but this is basically our recap. So 3 lousy panels of that, and wow, awesome. And then right smack dead into action. If we remember, we had kind of a Lee Harvey Oswald thing going on where somebody went and murdered somebody, and then that murderer immediately gets murdered. Mind you, there hasn't been a murder in this sector which is far AF away from Sector 0, in like 500 years or so. So all of a sudden have 2 murders immediately is like, wow, back to back and related to each other. Seems like a pattern to me. Anyhow, so she goes racing through here. It's interesting because this is a very real character. Okay, now mind you, I'm saying this knowing that it's in a ridiculously far away sector where she's the only human and she's a Green Lantern with superpower battery ring powers, and there are 3 different species, and it's like very sci-fi and like, holy crap, this is a really freaking weird comic book. But it still remains grounded in a very real character. She can fly, right? She has the ability to fly. She has the power of flight. But she doesn't really need it because, she seems to be kind of afraid of heights because she's all like, woof, 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 racing all over the ground and whatnot. But she'd rather walk, down the stairs and, down one building up another rather than fly from one window to the next because she's a little bit freaked by that, it seems. Either way, she decides to take flight in this one. Now, the way she takes flight is freaking awesome because she actually bends down, closes her eyes, concentrates for a minute before she takes flight. And then she's just like, concentrate, concentrate, concentrate. It's all about concentration and willpower, right? In order to fly the Green Lantern rings. When you got yours, well, at least when I got mine, you had to concentrate all the time. She winds up losing that focus. I'm imagining she's a little bit acrophobic. I'm thinking that she's a bit of afraid of the heights, right? We don't necessarily get that in this. We just get a bit of a gist. So maybe we'll see that later. But for now, yeah. So she flies up to try and grab this person she thinks is a suspect, but there's no blood splatter stains or anything like that. So either they've got a really long tongue that can just blah, and like a Tide bleach stick, you know what I'm saying, get the stains out. This is probably not the murder. In fact, it's an old grandma. And very interesting. Like, do you need me to help you to get down? It's like, yes, please, ma'am. Okay, that was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. Like I said, this is a very real character with very real moments in this book. Whole bunch more happens. First of all, I'm on the page where, dude, what is up with the Green Lantern, using the big hands or the fist or whatever, and the fingers actually have like the coolest freaking fingernails. I'm surprised there's not a design on there, man. Like, these are manicured fingernails on there. That is some serious attention to detail. We got the 5 main lanterns, all right? The 4 Green Lanterns of Earth, and then Poozer Man himself. They all have their specific sets as to what differentiates them from each other and from any other Green Lantern, right? Here, we've now got a 6th that is genuinely different from all the rest, like in the form of their constructs. What do they do that seems so different from everybody else? I really dig on that attention to detail, man. So basically, she's trying to figure out murders, but at the same time, she's also trying to figure out her place here in the society. She's a human, where she's in this place where there are no other humans, and there are 3 other distinct races, species of creature out there, living, sentient, all that good stuff, but they're very radically different. And they really Jemisin really gets into the detail of these characters. They don't know her biology very well. So like, oh, I couldn't have known that, the coffee I gave you last time, you kept on ragging on about this coffee. I didn't realize that you were your biology is weak against cyanide. Yeah, actually, a smell can kill us, so there's that. But they're going out of their way to try and help her out, try and figure out her biology, by her descriptions, what is coffee, this caffeine that she needs so bad. So, okay, cool. I dig on that. I really dig. Like the attention to detail for these little minutiae really blend in well and make an entire world here built around these, technically two worlds, built around this character and this universe that they're in, this sector at the very least. There's conversations here that reminds me of influences that Jemison must have had from other works. I remember this one story about this alien who was a cannibal, cannibalistic, would eat, things like if you have an attachment to somebody, then you will, eat that person when they're dead. Because it's like a way of honoring that person. I loved you so much. You were my friend, and, num, 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 thank you for this last gift that you're giving me, and, I will honor you like this. Really weird, but it shows the differences in cultures. They do something very, very spot on similar in this story. I can't remember, I think that was a Ray Bradbury short story. I can't remember, but, whatever. But in this particular case, it's done here. And it's to me at least, it's very realistic. Also a bit of nostalgia there, so maybe I'm going on about it too much, but you get the gist, I hope. Towards the end, you come across, and this, if I had any kind of a problem with this book, it would be later on in here. She meets up with Black Jesus. Okay, he's not actually called Black Jesus, but just give me a hot minute. Let me get to here. You know what? I'm just going to get to this whole double-page spread of animation because we have got to point out how Jamal Campbell is just this amazing artist. Met the guy twice, shook hands with him. Really good people. Got his autograph on one of his books. Wasn't on Naomi, unfortunately. I didn't have my Naomi books with me, and I didn't realize I was going to meet this guy. Anyway, yeah, this is freaking beautiful art, man. And this guy right here, I'm calling him Black Jesus. Okay, he's actually got a name. I don't remember what his name is, but yeah, he looks like Black Jesus. Drawn really awesome. Love the things in his hair. And he's basically trying to mac on this girl. This guy's got a heck of a smile. All right, he seems very, very. I don't know. He's affluent. He's good at talking. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, I'd like to give the dude a high five and hang out with him. You know what I'm saying? It looks like a Sojourner. She's probably going to get a little something else going. I don't know about that, but. I do actually remember his name because I remember why I was so upset with him. Coun. Cone, I guess? Look, man, this sounds a lot like Coon, Coon. Look, man, I'm just saying, it's my understanding that everybody involved in this book is black. I'd figure they would know that you don't call a black man coon. It doesn't sit right. It just doesn't sit right with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys who know me, my wife is African. It's not African-American, no, she's African. You know what I'm saying? And we got kids together. She will joke around and be like, all right, come on, monkeys, time to go to bed. Monkey 1, monkey 2, come on, time to go to bed. She says that stuff. I don't say that stuff. Because these are my kids. I can call them whatever the heck I want. I call them monsters all the time. It just doesn't set right, though, me calling them monkeys, because, I'm figuring, like, if I could do that with my kids... Dude can't see that in the book. You did not just call the guy. I'm going to need to get an actual pronunciation guide. It just doesn't sit right with me. This is not my issue, but I'm going to have to continue referring to him as Black Jesus. This is like singing certain, really cool rap songs. There's some words you just kind of got to mumble through because, they're not my words. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm sick, and seeing that and thinking about that actually brought me a little bit of life, a little bit of health, because, oh, God, I am sick. But this was a fun book. This was genuinely a freaking fun book. And the attention to detail, not just like in the story, in the art, in everything, these guys care about this book. And I'm going to say something that's going to piss off some people at Young Animal. F Young Animal. This book doesn't belong in Young Animal. This book belongs Black Label. I'm serious, because all the good books in DC, for the most part, the majority, I'm going to say 85, 90% of them are on Black Label. This book, I don't see why this is Young Animal. There's nothing that kooky in here, nothing that weird that makes me go, what the frick? I don't like Young Animal books. This one's, this doesn't make me, think twice about Young Animal books. No, this makes me look at it as DC missed their mark. This shouldn't be Young Animal. This should be Black Label. There is cursing in here. I don't remember if there was nudity in the previous issue or not, but there could very well soon be. I don't know, but either way, as good as this book is and what they're doing with the book, Young Animal doesn't deserve this book. I'm talking real. I'm shooting from the hip right here. Something that, military, we don't actually do. The point is, nah, this book deserves to be Black Label. And I'm just going to leave it at that. It is what it is. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.